What's up, guys? We got a very special edition of Motown Mail. This is my April 2017 crap that I picked up. This is my TTMs non-certified stuff. First off, we got a new star, a new YouTube star. We are going to know her from now on as Maddie-Mo. That's my new daughter, Madeline. She's pretty awesome. She sleeps 22.5 hours a day. And the other hour and a half she's eating or pooping, or the occasional spit up. But that's Maddie-Mo. She'll be in my new videos, but I'm not going to be holding her this time because she's 8 days old. So I didn't even do the first video I did with Mini-Mo was when he was a little over a month old. So this is a fresh baby compared to Mini-Mo's first appearance. So that's Maddie-Mo. She's pretty awesome. She's got some hair. Let's show that hair off. It's hiding under there. So she's not bald like Daddy. So Princess Nini is sitting over there. Say hi, Princess Nini.
Hi.
So that's the cameo for Princess Nini for the year. All right, that's it for Maddie-Mo. I'm gonna try to be. Actually, I don't need to be quiet. She sleeps through everything. So here's the stuff that I got from April 2017. First off, this is a ball for the ball PC. This did have a personalization on it. It was right there. I took it off because it said to Chris. Sorry, Stick-to-Fur. I know you probably would have loved this ball, but I've wanted one of this guy's balls for a long time, so I took the Princess Nini's looking at me. That's my thing, Princess Nini. I took the personalization off. It's actually showing up a little. You can kind of see it's a little rough there, but in person it looks pretty good. It says "Have a Ball," and it's signed by Charlie Sheen, number 99. It was signed February 2016, and then he also drew a smiley face with an exclamation point. So I thought that was pretty awesome, especially with the inscription "Have a Ball," Charlie Sheen, number 99, February 2016, with a smiley face. So I know who I bought that from. His name was Chris. He lives in New York, gets a lot of celebrities in person. He said he met Charlie Sheen outside of a hotel, and then Sheen told him to go inside with him, which was kind of weird. But he didn't want to draw a crowd outside, so apparently he went inside, signed the ball for him, and that was that. And then I bought it from him. So very happy with that. Next, I already had a signed ball of this guy, and the one I had was signed when I met him in person when I was a kid, and I didn't know the importance of having an official Major League or National League or American League ball to get signed because of the genuine leather. But luckily, the ball that I got signed, the signature's held up extremely well. It looks like it was signed yesterday. I don't know why, because it's that crappy China ball like with the synthetic leather. But I just wanted to get one of these. Had a really nice price on it with the inscription. It's an official National League Coleman ball of Mr. Cub, Ernie Banks. So signed Ernie Banks, Mr. Cub. So that's very nice. I don't know if I'll consider it an upgrade because the one that I already had actually means something to me because my dad brought me to meet Ernie Banks, so that would always have more sentimental value than that one. But still nice to have that one with the inscription and everything. So very happy with that. Next, I bought a dream card, as you kids like to say. Used my eBay bucks. I had a eBay gift card from my hotel rewards points from work. So I got an eBay gift card with those, and then I paid $30 out of pocket for a 1976 Walter Payton rookie card, autographed. So that's a dream card. I am going to have that imprisoned by PSA DNA. I'm actually sending it out probably in the next couple days. I'm 100% sure that's real. The guy I bought it from went to a grocery store with his dad when he was like 6 or 7 years old. And then he saw that Walter Payton was signing at a grand opening a couple stores over in the same strip mall. So this lad's dad had him, he called his brother, told him to get all of his Bears and or Walter Payton stuff down there ASAP. And he did, and Walter signed everything, including this 1976 Topps rookie card. So after this is imprisoned in a PSA DNA case, I'm probably looking at about an $800 to $1,200 card. I didn't pay near that. So it's going to cost me 25 bucks to get it slabbed. So that's quite an investment, although that's not going anywhere until Mini-Mo sells it for 80 bucks when I'm gone. Next, really nice addition to the 90s score set. This guy has really bad arthritis, even though he's only, what is he, I guess he is 67 years old now. But he can't sign anymore. That's how bad his arthritis is. But I was able to pick up this Brian Downing signed card for my 90s score set. Got that for like $4, and his stuff's not easy to come by, so really happy with that. So I'm down to needing 34 cards for my 90 score set out of 704. Been doing that. I officially looked it up. I've been doing that set since, I looked it up and I forgot what it was. It was either 2001 or 2003. I think it was 2003. So that means I've been doing it for 14 years now. But it's coming along nicely, 34 left. Next, Andrew Benintendi, who was the top prospect heading into the season, no longer considered a prospect because he's has Major League service time, was sending out signed postcards for TTMs requests. I never got a request out to him, but someone ended up putting one of these on eBay, and I got it pretty much for what it would have cost me to send a request to him. So my first ever Andrew Benintendi. It's like a, I don't know what we're looking at, like a 4x6.5 or something. It's kind of a weird shape. It's actually commemorating his first hit at Fenway on August 9th, 2016. So nice autograph from Andrew Benintendi. He's got one of the nicest autographs in the game. Unfortunately, that's his abbreviated ABEN, but still nice to get that. Next, TTM success from, Bill Belichick on a signature card. He personalizes everything, but hey, one of the best coaches of all time. To Bill Belichick, Pats. So very happy with that return. Next, I sent a TTM request to Tony Dungy back in November. Never got it back. I'm guessing it just got lost because he's extremely reliable through the mail. And it was unfortunately one of his rookie cards, which are fairly hard to find. This is considered his rookie card. It's a 1979 Steelers Team Leaders. Luckily, got this one back though. Signed Super Bowl 13 champs as well. So nice Tony Dungy signed card. Hall of Famer. Next, with a donation, got this 1955 Bowman card signed by Don Newcomb, who was the first ever person to ever win Cy Young and MVP in the same season. He's really getting up there in age. It's a nice Brooklyn Dodgers card, though, Don Newcomb. Next, James Lofton has a $5 donation to a charity. This is his 1979 Topps rookie card, which is signed perfectly, and added his Hall of Fame 03 inscription. And he always puts the year he signed it in, so 2017. Football Hall of Famer Walter Jones signed 3 cards for me. There's 2. There's another Hall of Fame 14 inscription. Another return from Dirk Nowitzki, my favorite player of all time. This is a number to 500. This is a really cool SPX throwback. That turned out fantastic, especially since he signed it in blue. He usually signs in black, but it's really nice when they get in blue, and that's just a beautiful looking card. Next, the best racers of all time, Mario Andretti, signed a Golden Age. He's got a weird autograph. Signed a signature card, and a Goodwin Champions. That took almost a year to get back, so nice to get those back. Next, Bobby Bowden signed 4 cards for me. He did take a little hiatus from not signing last year, but now he's signing again. Signed his 2013 Ginter. Signed the matching mini Ginter. Signed his 91 Collegiate collection card, and then signed this Press Pass Legends card, which is a little bit difficult to see there. But next, Jenny Finch, softball Olympian, signed 2 cards for me. I sent her a signature card as well. She returned that unsigned, but I'll just send it to somebody else. But those turned out really nice, especially that Ginter. Actually, this one on the left there looks really nice. Perfect spot for a signature. So I got those 2. Bob Barker. We were just watching The Price is Right, weren't we, Princess Nini? Because I'm off this week because of Maddie, or Maddie-Mo. Can't even remember her name. Maddie-Mo. But anyway, former host of The Price is Right, Bob Barker, signed 2 cards. Unfortunately, signed the one of him on the back, even though it's him on the front. It would have looked perfect signed above him, but whatever. He's like 112 years old, so that's okay. Next, hopefully I don't botch his name, Jaime Harin. He's been the Spanish broadcaster for the Dodgers since like the 50s. So he doesn't have any actual cards, so I sent him 4 Dodger cards. This is a 70 Topps. think it's 68 maybe. Really nice autograph too. He's got really nice handwriting. This Dodge card, you can't really see much, and this one turned out really nice. This Hall of Fame signature card, the Hall of Fame 08 inscription. Next, Kat Osterman, who's also a softball Olympian, and what's funny about her is, I don't think I ever told anybody, obviously before my accounting supervisor days, I was actually a bouncer at a nightclub, because I'm huge, and she and her teammates came in one day, so I was actually in charge of making sure nobody messed with Kat Osterman that night. But she signed 4 cards for me. Got this Ginter, former University of Texas product. Signed this Panini Americana. This is going to be a long video, I'm sorry guys. And signed 2 of these Donruss Elite College Ties cards. I got the Ken Kaspareks in person several years ago when he was in single A ball. I think he's still in the Pirates organization. I don't think he's doing much though. But those turned out really cool. She usually signs in black. And I actually sent a note asking her if she could please sign in blue if she had one available, and sure enough she did. So really nice success from Kat Osterman. Next, Robert Ballard, kind of an off-the-wall success. He's the guy that discovered the Titanic, signed a signature card for me. Then I also sent 2 Titanic cards, but then I also got a letter saying he doesn't sign those because they end up on auction sites. I was unaware of how much in demand Robert Ballard autographs were, but apparently there's a huge demand for them. And what's ironic about that is that self-addressed stamped envelope had the most water damage I've ever seen in my life. I mean, it was dried out, but you could tell it was completely submerged at one point, which is ironic because he discovered the Titanic. But so this card itself is kind of wrinkly. You can kind of tell, maybe, probably not. Next, Felipe Alou signed 2 more cards from me from Giants Spring Training, which is obviously over now. Steve Greenberg, or Mike Greenberg of Mike and Mike, signed his Ginter card. He usually signs on the back, put a post-it note saying, "Hey, dude, please sign on the front," which he did, so that was nice. He didn't get canned yet either, so that's cool for him. Next, Hockey Hall of Famer Norm Ullman. I've got him, I think, last month as well. This is a really nice 68-69 Topps. Can never tell the difference. I don't think OPG was out in 68-69, but that one turned out really nice. And 3 more. So most wins in NHL history belong to Scotty Bowman. He signed 4 cards for me. There's 2. And there's one he signed in silver, which is nice. A lot of glare today, guys, I'm sorry. And it's Bowman's best. Bowman on his Bowman's best. Next, Guy Lafleur signed 4 cards for me, including this really nice 72-73 Topps. And 3 more. This is going to be a long video, guys. I'm going to fly through the rest of this stuff. Next, Jerry Reinsdorf responded to my request of a signed business card, Bulls business card, which he did. That was nice. Hockey Hall of Famer Rod Langway signed 2 of 2. Greg Anthony, former Knick, former Grizzly, now he's an NBA analyst, signed 2 cards for me. Actually, I sent him 3, I think, and he kept 1, which is fine. Tom Kelly, former Twins manager, signed 2 of 2. Ed Kranepool signed 3 of 3, got a 66 and a 72, and a 78. Next, Carl Erskine signed 4 cards for me. There's 2. And 2 more. Next, Emerson Boozer, who I've never written to in the last probably 12 or 13 years, signed 4 cards for me, all of them in green. At least he was with the Jets, so he signed 4 cards for me, that one, these 2, and then he also signed a rookie card. I wish he would have signed in blue or black, but whatever. I would have sent to him again, but he sent me this note, nice note that says, "Dear Philip, I've autographed 4 cards for your collection. Please don't send me any more picture cards for signing." So, thank you, Emerson Boozer. Next, Frank Thomas, not the one everybody knows, but the original one that played for the Pirates, Cubs, and I don't know who else. Does charge $5 per autograph, but I got this nice 1955 Bowman card at a card show got that signed perfectly. And he always sends you an extra little custom card. And then he also sends you this long note telling you where the money's going. This one's going to kids with cancer. You put the specific happy days and special times. The loving answer to children with cancer. I think that's what it says. So he always sends a nice note and it's signed Frank Thomas, the original one, 51/66. So that was a nice return from Frank Thomas, the original one. Next, former 49ers coach George Seifert, 4/4. Nice autograph. Man, I'm sweating right now. Not even doing anything. Next, Hockey Hall of Famer Craig Patrick, who also was a coach for the 1980 U.S. Olympic hockey team, signed 4 cards for me, including that rookie card on the right when he was with the Golden Seals. Next, John Kundla, who is, I think, over 100 years old, unfortunately signed this really hard, I'm not kidding, this is actually a very hard card to find. This John Kundla Leaf card, signed it in pink. Then he signed my signature card in pink, I signed it upside down. But luckily this NBA logo card turned out pretty good, signed in blue. He did start signing it in pink, but I took that off, and then he re-signed it in blue. See, I'm getting old, I can't even tell if I'm showing it the right way. John Kundla. Next, Gary Fensick, 4/4, for Bears safety. And last TTM success, Pat Neshek signed 4, 5, 6. I'm sorry, there's one more after the 6 cards. He always says send as many as you want, so I sent 6 cards, a few Topps Heritage there. He's an autograph collector himself, as most of you know. Good dude. He's over on he's over on sportscollectors.net too as a member, so it's kind of cool. Major league player, having the same hobby as us. And then lastly, Jack Brohamer signed 4 cards for me, and those 2. So that's all my TTM successes. Now I have my drafts, which surprisingly people like. I would like the TTM successes more than the drafts, but people seem to like these cards that I get in drafts. So this was considered a toughie draft, which is people that don't typically sign through the mail. My first pick was Lee May. Didn't have an autograph of Lee May. Next, Jerry Remy. I wish the autograph was a little bit more bold on that, but it is what it is. Next, this is a pretty cool card. Stick to like this one. The 1983 Topps traded rookie card of the legend Ronald Kittle. It's actually a vintage Kittle signature too. That's not how he signs anymore. That's a vintage one, so that's a pretty cool. I was happy to get that with my 3rd round pick. Next, Jeff Newman. Sal Bando, who used to sign, now he doesn't sign anymore. Doug DeSenseis, who charges, so it's nice to get that for free in a draft. Larry Parrish, that's actually one that I had submitted, I just drafted it back. Butch Winnegar, same thing, that's one I submitted, just got it back. Dan Graham. Some of these are, I'm gonna go fly through these. Dan Graham, Joe Sambito, Rick Waits, Bob Shirley, Mike Fischlin, Bill Long, Luis Pujols, Jim Rooker, Gary Renicky, Tom Verizer, who did pass away, John Russell, Tom Filer, Wally Ritchie, Gene Richards, Dwayne Kuiper, Mike Laga, Bob Lillis, Ken Maka, Bob Ochinko, and another Bob Shirley. Actually, now I'm going through those, I think that was 2 different drafts, but whatever. Next was just a completely random draft, so nothing great. So my first round pick was Neil O'Donnell. Got Pete Weber, Roy White, Ken Harvey, Brett Martin, Zach Britton. That was a nice one, get later on. Marcus Pfizer, who never panned out for the Bulls. So golfer Ian Baker Finch, really nice looking autograph. Alan Pinkett, J.D. Davis, Andy North, Peter Bondra, Martin Perez, Wellington Castillo, Kurt Thomas, Parker Bridwell, Kyle Vanden Bosch, Andres Blanco, Josh Smoker, who's making a comeback with the Mets, Gary Trent, Duron Talbert, Scott Case, Henry Jones, Mark Wiebe, Dan Halverson, who passed away, Tim Herron, Kyle Jensen, Sean O'Sullivan, Michael Hawkins, and lastly, Calix Krabby. So that's a lot of names. I don't know why I'm sweating. I'm not holding any kids right now. It says it's 70 degrees in here, so I'm not sure where the sweat's coming from. And Maddie-Mo is moving around, so I think it's a good time for me to say thank you all for watching. And as always, please, stay safe.